Yo, welcome to the Maniac Collection Show. I got my boy Austin in the building.
Que lo que, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Been persistently waiting.
Yes, Lord.
Yes,
Patience.
you
Sabali.
already know. Been waiting for my man to get here. As y'all already know, he was in the first photo shoot of Maniac Collections, styling and profiling, showing
right.
y'all what it do.
That was fun.
Came through, popped in because we fam. He already told us he was coming. He been on the road.
Yep.
Been busy.
Puerto
Man.
Rico, all over the place.
A lot of shows, and I'm so happy for him, and I'm so happy he got to come to our podcast, y'all. Y'all feel me? Like,
Yeah.
this episode, what, 36?
What?
We killing the game.
Let's go, 369.
Maniac Collection 2050, let's go.
369.
Black in the building. He gonna come and slide through. Y'all know how we do it. We keep this thing on flying and stay spinning around this thing. Let them know what it do, Austin.
All right. Well, my name's Crypto Poppy, a.k.a. Austin Ellis. Yes, I'm a singer, rapper, crypto extraordinary, James Bond character of some sorts, you know what I mean? And I'm here to make good music, make people feel good, and get people rich. So slide in my DMs if you want to get some moolah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I can't wait. You already know we scripting down for the movie scene.
Nah, for sure.
I already love the voice. I'm telling you, you're going to put on the acting role, and we're going to go
definitely.
up.
I've got multiple personalities. I can do the Latin one. You want to be like, mira chica, what's going on? How you doing? It's been a long time. Where you been? Okay, we making like tequila and like mole at the house, but you're never there. I'd be like, where's she at? And then I'd be like eating, and then I'd be like, okay, she'll come next time. Pero now we have extra leftovers.
That's
you know?
so
No, I'm just
sexy. I
kidding.
love it. I love their accent, how they do that. You feel me? What we used to call it? We used to
Crypto
say,
Mommy, hey girl. There's Kaylee. Crypto Mommy 615 is in the chat.
hey, what up, though?
What up, chat?
That's
How we
that
doing?
one. What you doing, girl?
You hear Lady T talking to you, right?
That's
she said,
that
hey.
She already know. I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah.
rap it for her.
She said, hey, y'all, have fun. Heart. So
Kiss
anyway,
the kids for me.
You already know. All right, so
But
what's been going
yes,
on? What's
man.
up? Talk to me, girl.
Man, been missing you. Glad you
Yeah.
on the road. You doing it big. I can't wait till we get together, you know.
I know. We got to get
Do
the
it
studio.
again.
Yeah.
We about to drop again for the Maniac.
Let's go.
You know.
Let's go. Yeah, I need some new gear, honestly.
We gonna do the fall. We working on this
Yeah.
September. And
Let me
end
know.
of September,
Let me know if you
man.
need a light-skinned Mexican to come and style some of your clothes.
Always. What?
You know
Pop
what I'm
out. Always. No, you got the fit.
Nah, you guys got good taste.
Like, for real, man. But we really appreciate you, man. I'm glad you came here.
Yeah,
I
of
just
course.
I'm glad I got everybody, you know, before we even started this, and everybody coming along while we got it going. We still got good connections, and
Yeah.
everybody just really showed genuine love, man. That's what it's about. You feel me?
It's how you make people feel, you know, and you make us feel good. So we're gonna pull up on you
at all time. I love it. I can't wait till we throw, you know, our little events. I missed a couple of y'all's, but
that's all right.
I'm
Man, we
coming.
got some new stuff going on. We got a new place in the Gulch. We're accelerating quickly. You know what I'm saying? And this Crypto Poppy project is really taking off fast, and we're here to do good for the people.
Man, that's what I love, and I love connecting with people that's just like this. Y'all hear us? We airing some real stuff right now. Like, ain't none
Auntie
of this
Hooch.
script.
Hey, Auntie Hooch.
But
Excuse
yeah, man, and we real proud of you, man. I'm
Thank
glad you made time for us, man. That makes me
Come
feel
on.
real special, man.
on.
For real, I really love it.
Well,
Austin.
I'm serious when I say you got to come over for some mole. You probably never had that before.
I haven't. You know I haven't.
See, all these chocolate folks never had the chocolate meal. You know, that's what mole is a cocoa-based Mexican dish from like ancient. It's like Aztec.
Man.
And it's like 75 ingredients that it takes, and they like
they mix
back
cocoa
in the day.
milk with it.
No cocoa, like chocolate.
Ah.
Yeah, so like you ever had like Nigerians, like West Africans will make peanut butter soup, and it's like a stew, like a chicken stew where peanut butter is the base of it. It's delicious. It's incredible. Honestly, every time I see like a dark-skinned Nigerian-looking girl, I'm like, do you know how to make peanut butter soup? Because I'll marry you right now. Oh wait, I mean I am already married, but you know what I'm saying? Like in another life, if you cook for me. You know, but mole is like the Mexican version of that, and instead of peanut butter, which is a little unusual, it's cocoa based, and it's fire. It's so good. And you know, Kaylee, she's from Nashville, she's a white girl, but she is addicted to the shit. Like she makes it once a week,
man,
and enough for the last of the week. So effectively,
when I get this invite.
Okay, Kaylee, if you're out there, baby, Crypto Mommy, do me a favor and let's get a scheduled mole party for actually the whole Maniac fam, and we'll just keep going. We'll just make it bigger.
Man, make it big, because I can't wait to taste this. I'm all in for different tasting. I ain't even gonna lie.
And it's the sort of food you can cook in bulk too, so we could make a massive pot of it and just feed the whole fam.
Man, I just tasted some cocoa milk. I think coconut milk. Yeah, I ain't never had that. It was good.
It was good? Cool.
Yeah, it was
I've been
real
drinking
good.
oat milk in my coffee lately. Apparently, it's good for diabetes.
Yeah.
But it is tasty.
Yeah, it is. It's a different taste, especially off of real milk.
Yeah,
So.
I think it really shocks your insulin, but it's delicious. So
it is. But yeah, man, and we got to get you in black.
Oh, we're about to do some songs that are going to disturb some people in a good way. We are going to instigate some transformations through this music, I think. I mean, fundamentally, because Mike and I's energy on 10 is enough to get anybody out of bed in the morning / in the gym / kicking ass in business, whatever it is. And so I'm excited for that, because Crypto Poppy, he got them bilingual bars and he's not playing.
Right.
So, and by he, I mean me.
Exactly.
And I know Mike is coming correct, and I know we're going to make sure the optics and everything are perfect. So I'm excited. It's just a matter
that's going to be a hit, I'm telling you.
We can get right to it, too, when I get back.
Yes.
From vacation. We're going out of town next week. So be back probably Sunday. So the following week, we'll just get on the schedule. And, Mike and I, all of us should have a meeting about this Crypto Poppy stuff, because it's more than just the music and the jokes and the accents. It's like I really have a way to help people, and I would love to. And technically speaking, this is not financial advice, and do your own research. But holler at me in my DMs, because I'm really trying to put people on. I think I've invented a money printer, and I want to help free all of us from economic slavery.
Man, that's what's up. That's why I love you, Austin. We got to be rolling with good, honorable people that's really stepping out here for a good reason, especially
Lord.
The cause, because we know it's bigger than us.
Thank
and
you,
by
God.
us knowing
Thank you,
that
Jesus.
it's bigger than us, we're going to complete the mission. I'm all here for you, man. That's why I got this platform open,
I see that, man.
It's for everybody.
You're bringing it to life. You're making it real. I appreciate that.
Let them know that you got somewhere to speak on the Maniac Collection show, especially if you're doing something productive.
Yeah, and I want to teach people how to teach people. It's not just about me. It's not just about me being the main. I don't want to be a bottleneck for God's gifts. You know what I mean? I want to be a microphone or an outlet.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to take this thing global as fast as possible. I see myself as a like a Bad Bunny meets Drake on the music side, and then I see myself as a Mr. Beast on the crypto side, and it's because I just want to go global, and I just want to help. I want to be in like Mumbai, India, helping kids start their Coinbase account, and understand this stuff, because most people don't know about how the fake money system works, let alone the future money system works. And so there's a portal, so to speak, open in this transition from the old world to the new world, where the average person can actually escape. And so that's why it's urgent. That's why it needs to happen today and tomorrow and the next day and every waking moment, because, if you have the key to people's shackles and you're not an asshole, you're likely to try to help them use them. And so we need to mass communicate this stuff as fast as possible, and it's people like you with platforms like this that make that tick. So thanks.
I thank you for coming on here and expressing that with us, and I'm gonna be interested myself. I'm not gonna lie, because we elevating and we going to these higher heights of numbers.
I bet Mike's on the way.
Here.
Mike is on the way.
We already said 2050, so that's in the line of the crypto, online marketing, everything. We going that way. So I really appreciate you for that, and especially to have the opportunity to share amongst others, whoever willing to learn.
Yeah, absolutely, exactly. And it's funny, because I was in Puerto Rico last week for a week, and I have realized the power of what I have created over the last few months, and then finally started feeling like at peace with myself and God about how I'm going to go about handling this power and responsibility that I feel to help others. But so once I kind of got that, kind of felt grounded in that, I felt like I could sort of talk to people and see how am I going to talk to people about this? How am I going to, it's like I want to give them freedom, but I don't want to freak them out in the initial process. And so I went to Puerto Rico, and I got my butt kicked and got told off sometimes, and because I'm learning. I'm like, how do you do this? Like, how do you even set people free? Because some people are some people are so attached to their chains because they've been there for so long that anyone threatening to take them away, even if it's really what they want, they will still fight you to keep them. And that's a sad truth. But also I realize, as a gregarious man that it's easier for me to speak to other men because I can tell them straight up, like, look, bro, I'm not your mama, I'm not your cousin, I'm not your friend. I'm telling you, if you're a man and you care about the people that you are responsible for, then you might want to listen to me. And you know what I'm saying? And like, and I can be tough on them through the process and get them out of their little bad patterns about what they think about money and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas when I'm talking to like a girl, she's 50-50 whether or not I'm trying to holler at her, first of all. And then, you know, women are naturally more cautious. And then you start talking about money, and then you start talking about crypto. And by then they're like, you're a scammer. I'm not sure. I don't know. I thought you were kind of cute, but now I'm sort of like weirded out. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's awkward. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm supposed to teach a woman how to teach women.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing with Crypto Mommy. That's what Kaylee's role is in women like you who are smart and good communicators.
Right.
And can reach different communities. So
and always got an outlet to an outport. So, you know, people that ain't really crypto, I mean, like, ain't really lynched to that. They, like you said, they slaved in. They kind of tied into what they know is best.
Yeah.
But I'm always open, you know, open-minded, because we elevate every day, man.
Yeah.
If you take your own initiative to make it happen, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because it's meant to happen anyways. But
well, invest in yourself. You know what I mean? People always want like a magic pill, and people want, you know, get rich quick scheme. People want to buy a meme coin, whatever. You know, there's win the lottery, gamble, whatever. Truthfully, like, for example, in this crypto process, like, I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars and lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it only took a $5,000 investment for me to pay for the people I was already mentors that I was already watching, like their free content, and sort of clocking their win rate, meaning like how accurate, how well do these people anticipate what's going on. And so you can kind of see the leaders, and once I had identified those, I would just check in with them regularly, but I still managed to lose a pretty good amount of money. And I took that pain and an extra $5,000 and bought like 4 or 5 courses. Like, so each one of those mentors that I was following, whatever they had to offer that day, because I was pissed, I bought it. And I was like, I'm gonna put my head so deep in these books, you know what I'm saying, that I'm gonna come out a different person. And then look what I found. Now I'm like freaking Robin Williams in Aladdin.
You took that leap.
I'm in a genie bottle just waiting for a motherfucker to rub me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, rub me, rub me, rub me, holla at me. Trust me, bro. Because, you know, this window is likely to close in 2030. So if you don't get after it between now and 2030, it's not gonna be optional anymore. You're gonna be stuck a slave for the rest of the time. And honestly, your lineage and your children and your children's children probably will. So that's why when I talk to men, I can talk to them like warriors and say, look, motherfucker, who you playing with? Either you're a man and you're serious and you're listening right now, and I'm gonna show you this, or you are confused and you are irresponsible, and I feel sorry for the people in your life that you don't even care about enough to, when someone tells you that they can help you, you don't even want to listen. You know what I mean? But that's the difference between men and boys. And it ain't all the boys' faults that no men showed them how to be a man. And so I'm working on a book. Actually, I got a book deal coming now, and I plan on doing like a modern, like an update to Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You know, that obviously is going to cover crypto and stuff, but just you know, I feel like I can speak to young people, old people, white people, black people, Mexican people. You know, speak a little Espanol también, and I'm just gonna do my best and use AI to help me. And you know, I ain't never been scared to catch a flight. So if I gotta go,
we got a Mexican crew gonna be watching this, so you can go ahead and speak that.
Que lo que, mi gente? How we doing? Okay, I'll see you on Nolansville. I'll be at Plaza ASAP. Nah, for real. And that's true too, you know, and I want to help the Latino community. There's a lot of hardworking, cash-earning Latinos in America that if they adopted the technique that I've developed will be hyper powerful people, and they'll pass Americans quick. Like, I mean, not like they're not American, but I mean, they'll pass the average American fast because they have a better work ethic than the average American. And they deal in cash businesses that they can flip into crypto and expedite the process. Whereas there's a lot of kids out there trying to get server jobs and whatnot, but they're lazy. So even when they get the job, they go there and suck at it until they get fired. But, you know, those kids don't have the incentives to succeed. There's not a system in place for them to succeed. There's a system in place that's designed to keep them down. And so that's discouraging.
Yeah.
And it makes you not want to work. It makes you, you have no sense of purpose. You have no hope that you can actually pay your bills and like live a good life. So why would you fucking get up to go to work and feel good,
Yeah.
So it's not all their fault either. But obviously we got some challenges ahead of us. But the cool thing about the future, the cool thing about Bitcoin is the same thing that was cool when like the US dollar was attached to gold.
Mm-hmm.
When your money is actually backed by something real, things get better for people. When you can print fake money, which decreases the value of everyone's money, it's bad for people. Because doesn't it sound like it's bad for people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
fake.
basically a systemic theft.
Yeah.
Through debasement, systemic theft through printing more money out of thin air. So if you're holding $100 and I have a money printer and I can print $100 million right here, well, how do you think that affects the value of yours? You were going to pay for something with that. Someone was going to accept it, and then I made a pile of it, and now that person's like, well, give me some more.
Yeah.
That's how that works, and it's by design. And that's changing, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And the difference between Bitcoin and gold, which makes me more hopeful for the future, is that gold is not finite. When gold's price goes up, people make more mines, even though the mines make less money because the gold's more valuable, right? So you can get more supply, technically. There's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin. So as everyone I'm sure is observing to some degree, countries, presidents, companies, billionaires, etc., rolling into Bitcoin as hard and fast as they can. If you think that's fierce competition for those 21 million, imagine when the whole global money supply is based on it, and there's 8 billion people competing for 21 million Bitcoin. So the value will go up and up and up and up, which is why if you start now, because the regulatory framework isn't even in place for the big boys to really spend their big money yet. It's coming in the next month or two. But still to this day, the average person can front run the rest of the world as they all dump their wealth into Bitcoin and compete for those 21 million. You and me right now on Coinbase on our phone can put our whole net worth into it. The companies that don't have regulatory framework, they can hardly put any money at all, but they will be able to soon. And so if you position yourself, think of yourself like a surfer. Do you position yourself in front of the wave far enough? You hardly have to paddle at all. That motherfucker just gonna take you. And so my point is, like I was saying about the hardworking Latinos in America and anyone else who's willing to hustle, don't really matter how you get your money. If you do what I have figured out, you not only will you never have to worry about money again, and you're gonna figure that out faster than you think. It happens rapidly, but you will know in a more reasonable amount of time, 3 to 6 months, that your kids and your grandkids and your grandkids, and your grandkids, until the internet turns off and the power goes out on this planet, are going to be straight. And that's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
That's a really powerful thing.
And I've been heard about it so long ago. So, and I've been knew some people that been tried it back in 2020.
Now, you can still hurt yourself and you can still lose your ass. So don't think just because I say, oh, crypto and oh, Bitcoin, that you can just go and fail foolproof, not get hurt. You can get hurt. It's a volatile industry. But the method that I've developed, I believe, is pretty insulated from risk and volatility in a way that's
I can
highly unusual.
I can hear what you're saying with the strategized part about, having a life filled with nothing to worry about, but you basing it on now as your structure. Because sometimes they're going to take $1 away, the paper away, and it's going to go digital. It's already digital. It just really haven't been planted, but it's planted. It just haven't been taken away.
They don't have to tell grandma in Minnesota that her dollars are now stable coins that run on Ethereum and are backed by Bitcoin. They don't have to tell Wells Fargo customers that. They're going to look in their account and they're going to see dollars. But the rails and the infrastructure that actually moves their money is going to be all crypto. And so just like the internet has infrastructure that didn't exist before and then did, and you could buy a piece of it, like .com era, big boom, all that stuff. This is the same thing, but for the financial industry. This is the internet of money. This is the internet of value, the whole world's value. Okay? And shoot, I forget what I was going to say, but something along the lines of, brace yourself, fool. This is happening. And whether you might not know it's happening, but it is. What I was going to say is, this is a unique opportunity too, because again, like I was saying, front running the big money, you're able to purchase. It's almost as if like America was making railroads and you could purchase a piece of the railroad before it started. This is, or if, for example, if you could purchase a piece of the infrastructure of the internet before it started.
Yeah.
This is you and me, normal ass people, being able to buy part of the infrastructure of the financial system's iteration, digital money version of the internet.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like you'd have to be a hundo millionaire billionaire to be at the table to invest in something like that, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna do the subway from New York to LA, me and you can't just like show up and be like, hey, I got $3,000 I want to put down on that. They're gonna be like, security?
Yeah.
How the fuck did this person get in here? You know what I'm saying?
Really.
Whereas today, right now, on your phone privately without asking nobody's permission, you can go in and buy a piece of that. And it's going to take time for the average person to understand that that's what's going on. But that's why I'm here, is to try to pierce the veil and get them to the point, which is if you start to accumulate a finite money supply in a world full of, I think the global GDP is something like $800-900 trillion. The market cap for crypto, the whole industry, including Bitcoin, is only like $3.5 trillion. So imagine when this value is now is being distributed over 21 million units. You understand?
What trillion on the end of those? Because it's 21 million unions, right?
There's 21 million Bitcoin. There's $900 trillion in global assets. And currently, you know, Bitcoin is 0.001%, and it's growing faster than anything else. And so as everything goes into that, I mean, by 2030, you're talking about $1 million plus Bitcoin. It's $120,000 right now. That's a 10x. So, I mean, even if you're not doing anything special and just buying and holding, you're going to be in a whole different tax bracket in just a few years.
Yeah. See, and that's a good investment to do, you know, just to know that you'll be stable somewhere from 2 to 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. You know? But the methodology that I've developed is actually much faster than that. I mean, I've been able to like help people double. This is gonna sound crazy, and I have to like. I'm probably gonna need a lawyer soon to make sure I don't say things in these environments that are gonna get me in trouble, like where I'm liable, because I don't want to make claims that sound unrealistic, or anything like that. You know what I mean? So once again, this is not financial advice, and do your own research. But the methodology that I've developed is effectively like printing money. Like I can tell you in confidence right now, and I told Mike this actually on the phone before I got here just now. I said, because after I was in Puerto Rico and I was getting told off, I realized trying to give people something for nothing doesn't work. They don't believe you. They don't trust you. They think you're a scam. You mentioned crypto. They definitely think you're a scammer. You know what I mean? That type of shit. And what I was going to say about not teaching women personally was the same thing I would say about teaching a man in front of his woman, meaning like when I meet a couple, inappropriate. Because I'm going to challenge the fuck out of him in front of his woman. And then he's going to get self-conscious and she's going to get offended and like protective, and it doesn't work. The guard goes up, the ears close. You know how it is. Yeah. So anyways, what I told Mike was this, and I'll tell you the same thing, although I'd probably have Crypto Mommy teach you, because I ain't, like I said, I'm erring on the side of, what's up, gang? What's up, y'all? Oh, man, there's a bunch of people in here. Hey, we're talking about crypto, guys. Love y'all. Hit me up in my DM, okay? For real, though. What I told Mike was, I can tell you, anyone in confidence, that any amount of money that you can put together, whatever's meaningful to you, whatever amount of money that you could scrap together if you were serious and you were just gonna like go for it, I can double it in real time. And then I can teach you in that example how to double every dollar you make from now on. In real time. And so I can give you 100% raise, and I can double your net worth. And then I can make sure that you never pay taxes again. And I can make sure that you are accumulating a massive amount compared to what you think you can accumulate, like with how much money you make after expenses and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm talking about exponential accumulation of Bitcoin. So that as this develops, like I said, when I said your kids and your grandkids and your grandkids, I'm serious. I've 10x'd my net worth in 3 months. And I've been working at a high level in the music industry for decades, you know? And it's taken me a very innovative business model and a lot of time and flights around North America, busting my ass to build a life and to build my net worth to what it was. And then I invested $5,000 in those courses after I got my butt kicked by losing money in the crypto industry this spring, and discovered a money printer. Yeah. And yesterday, at my new extra condo in the Gulch, rooftop condo in the Gulch, which is just obscene and unnecessary from where I come from. You know what I'm saying? I'm from humble background, so this is all like, wow, I feel like I'm floating. I mean, my Tesla drove me here today. 2025, brand new. Never bought a brand new car before. Now I'm talking about these meetings I had yesterday on this beautiful rooftop at Novel Edge Hill in the Gulch. And yesterday, my best friend and brother, who's my protege, and I'm his mentor with this traveling music business, in the living room of this new place of ours, printed $20,000 on his phone in an hour. $20,000 worth of Bitcoin. So he started with $20,000 and now he has $40,000 worth of Bitcoin. How? Let me show you. Let me tell you. You know what I'm saying? Another friend of mine who is in a music organization here in Nashville, he does really well in sync licensing. So he, Netflix and commercials, he gets big bags, like $20,000, $50,000, $80,000 bags randomly through his like pipeline, from sync work. But, he's like an athlete. He's like, I don't know what to fucking do with money, bro. I'm good at writing songs for TV. I don't know what to do with this money. And I'm like, you're rich. Oh my God, you're so fucking rich. Because, it works for if you have $1,000, but it works exactly the same if you have $1 million. So the way that I've been approaching only men with this in a way that does create consideration for myself, the only reason I do it is because if I try to give it to them, they won't take it. And I've learned that. The reason I was willing to do it for free was because in a finite money system, again, which is a mind fuck for most people because we've all been born and our parents and grandparents were all existed in this fake money system. So it's like we're totally lost, like we don't even know real money versus fake money anymore because we've only known fake money. But the thing about a finite money supply, i.e. 21 million Bitcoin, is that any participation in Bitcoin benefits all of us. So the reason I was willing to do it for free, even though I was going to help people fucking print money and should probably catch something at least for my time to show them. But you know me, I'm like, I don't care. I'm trying to save the world. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not worried about money, so why would I need your money? And I understand there's only 21 million, so any money you put into it is going to help me anyways on the back end. But that wasn't enough. So what I've told people, and now what I did yesterday with my brother and what I did with the sync guy, I printed 15. And he was older, so, they're fucking annoying. You got to talk to him longer. You got to fucking calm down, breathe. This is really happening. I know texting is hard, you know what I mean, like with your grandparents and shit. But nonetheless, he printed $15,000 in a couple hours because I had to talk to him. And then my brother walks in, just strolls in and prints 20 on the couch. So the deal that I'm striking with men only, and again, I'm going to check the legal recourse on this stuff and probably just word it in the form of like, I'm showing you what I'm doing and I'm accepting a donation for showing you what I'm doing. So I'm gonna try to find the way, to not be liable. And I don't want to go to school for teaching people how to, invest in fucking equities and ETFs and bullshit, So I'll figure it out. But what I did with those two yesterday, as I said, any amount of money you want, whatever you can come up with, I'll double it. And I'll take 10% of what it is once it's doubled. Meaning, so if you have $10,000 and I say I can double it to 20, once you see that you own $20,000, then you send me $2K. That means that you make $8,000 and I make $2. And now from with no more participation from me, every single dollar you ever make for the rest of your fucking life, excuse me, is worth $2 now. So if you make $50,000 a year and you holler at Crypto Poppy 615, guess what? You make $100,000 a year now. If you have $50,000 in your bank or someone passes away, you got a life insurance bag coming or anything like that, a settlement from an injury for 25 grand, it's 50 grand. Call me. Let me help you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to teach Kaylee how to teach women so that she can help them.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, y'all win way more than we win, and you win for life. And again, I'd give it to you for free, but you wouldn't accept it. And the cool thing about the cool thing about it is that if I were to give it away for free, people probably wouldn't do as much money. But because it's like an actual arrangement of some sort, it makes sense. And you're like, well, maybe I should do more.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to do $100 because I don't know this guy. But now that, you know, shit, there's a lot of testimonials. This guy said $20,000 an hour? What do you mean? Maybe I can scrap together 5. Versus the person who got it for free would be like, yeah, show me for $100. And be like, oh, that was weird. That was crazy. I'm never doing that again. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's good because the bigger participation equals what? All of us grow more. The rising tide raises all ships in a finite money supply, and that's where we're headed. So between that and AI, I mean, yes, at first AI will take everyone's jobs, but ultimately AI is going to be so productive and efficient 24/7 that everything's going to be basically free. Between the value of money actually going up like it should because it's finite and AI doing everything, we're all going to be rich and lazy. If anything, we're just going to be a bunch of health nuts in like 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there's not risks with AI or risks with crypto and all that good stuff, but there's certainly risk with keeping your money in a dollar that you know is going down in value and purchasing power on purpose, especially when the president and the frickin' treasury, the head of the treasury are like, we're gonna print money. We want a weaker dollar because that means we can print more to refinance our debt. They basically want to print more money so it's easier to pay their bills. They're kicking it down the line. It's too much debt for them to pay it. That's what Elon was supposed to do at first, but they realized that shit ain't gonna work. So, anyways,
it's crazy.
This complicated stuff or whatever, but you know, the blessings that I've gotten through music to be able to work 24 hours a week, meaning I fly out, do the show, come right back. I got 5 or 6 days to put my mind to something. And rather than like fantasy football and whatever the fuck else, God pointed me into this. And now God is giving me the tools to set his people free. And that's why I'm here.
That's what's up, man. I'm all for it. I'm listening to you, you know. It's going to take me a little minute, too, because I can't lie. I don't know about Bitcoin. I don't know about crypto. Hey, I don't know. But I know I can be a good, you know, judgment and watch, you know, graphics. And,
no,
you know,
for sure.
It shouldn't be that hard to.
No, it's not, though. That's the thing that's even more interesting. And I told my brother-in-law this. I just picked him up from the airport before I came here and dropped him off. And I said, Bubba, his name's Rookie615. He's an artist. You should check him out. And him and Mike would sound good on the track together, by the way. He's got 6 studios.
You need to come to the podcast.
Let's go. I'll bring him right here.
Yeah.
Rookie 6, he's a legend, man. He's a hometown boy, so
okay, Rookie.
He knows a lot. He knows a lot of things he knows a lot of folks. I mean, he's cool, man. He always surprises me with the dope shit. I gotta say. He's always got a little something up his sleeve. Yeah. And I'm kind of the same way, so maybe that's why we were meant to be bros, you know, so to speak. But I told him, I said, Bubba, this shit right here is about as complicated as doing a really well put together Instagram post where you're just going to cover all your bases. You're going to have your hashtags. You're going to have your caption and your emojis. You're going to have your filter. You're going to have your font. You're going to have your location, maybe a song that you pick out. In fact, that's way more. It's like a 5-step process. Literally like tick, tock, tick, tock, tick. And once you get it, it's a cycle that you have to repeat. And I be telling people this, they don't believe me. I'll be like, you know how rappers and drug dealers be getting tired of counting money? That sounds crazy if you don't have no money. But I can tell you for a fact that printing money on my phone gets on my fucking nerves sometimes. Yeah. I'll be stopping at dinner. I'll be pulling over. I'm like, oh, damn, Bitcoin done went up in value. I got to go ahead and print me another 4K. And then turn that into 8. Can you imagine complaining about that? But that's because you got to do the same 5-step process over and over and over again.
Right.
And it's not a scam. It's not illegal. It's nothing.
It kind of sounds like a credit base. You know how they give you so much in credit. It's like the money there, but the money not there.
Right.
You know.
Well,
but it kind of sounds like that's how it is. Basically, you got it, and you got basically what you put in official, but you just flipped it because of what you had sitting in your, you know, estate or whatever.
Yeah. It's kind of like, it's more like, it's a word called recursive lending. It's basically where You leverage an asset to then buy more of that asset and then add that new amount of asset back to the thing that you leverage off of to leverage more and back and back and back. And that's why you have to do this process, because you're basically borrowing, buying, adding back to the loan, then borrowing more. And the law of big numbers is saying that although the percentage that you can borrow each time technically goes down, because the fucking big number at the bottom, the big number, the collateral number keeps getting bigger and bigger, that growth actually creates more space kind of in the other direction, and which is what allows you to borrow out. It gets smaller and smaller and smaller, but it's only like 3 or 4 times and you've doubled your money.
Right.
It's nuts. And so what people end up, what I'm suggesting, what I'm doing, I guess is the most legal way to say it anyway. So what I'm doing is basically siphoning myself out of the fiat currency system, meaning getting myself completely removed from the dollar system and the banking system, going into Bitcoin, and then printing my own money, just like the Federal Reserve prints fucking fake money. I print my own fake money off of my own Bitcoin, and only the very minimum that I have to put back into the system to like pay the credit card and like top off your checking account so that you can pay your monthly bills and that sort of stuff. But not my money.
Right.
That's Coinbase's money, honey. I don't be using my own money. I be growing my money be growing. I be borrowing out money to be paying all y'all for. Y'all got a fake money world? Well, great. I got a fake money printer. Here's some of your fake fucking money.
Yeah.
And every time I get money in from y'all's fake system, immediately convert it into real money.
Yeah.
And then borrow fake money when I need it. That's kind of like it in a nutshell.
And that's kind of cool you said like that. That was like basically simple,
right? Straightforward. Yeah.
Because then because it kind of got me thinking about I'm tired.
No,
it's the
good.
retrograde, but like I'm thinking about it like credit cards. You know what I'm saying? Like business loans. You know what I'm saying? It's like you doubling it up.
Okay, so here, like, I'm so glad you bring this up.
If I was to go to 4 different ones, they all gave me this $150K, you know.
And if
like,
you
and
can liquidate that and turn it into Bitcoin, for example.
And then I can be able to pay them back. Only that.
It's called arbitrage. There's a name for it. It's called arbitrage. And so basically, like, the world is attacking the U.S. dollar right now. So all the richest people who used to have the most dollars in the world are rapidly as they can switching their money into crypto because they know that it's fake and they know they're about to burn the shit down and that this is the future. And so you and I have the same vector or path to attack the dollar. And so you can literally pimp the credit system effectively. So to your point, any line of credit, any equity you have access to in the fake money world, get it.
Yeah.
Flip it into Bitcoin, borrow back the cash, and you still have the money. But it's like you're refinancing your own credit to your bank, your Bitcoin bank. And then you are the banker. You are in charge. You make all the rules. You pay when you want. You get to decide how much you can borrow. Like all this shit you got to fill out forms for.
Yeah.
You make those decisions from your phone. Like while you're taking a poop, like chilling. Like you don't got to ask nobody for nothing. And that's the other thing about Bitcoin and crypto that's important. So we're American. We're blessed that our fucking currency has been the reserve currency of the world for the last 100 years. If you live in Venezuela, you watch your dollar go from $1 to nothing, to literally firewood to keep you warm because now you're so poor because your money's worth nothing. And they lock people into their currencies. So if you are in that situation, like we're gonna use it to get rich,
right? Because you will go to that,
right? Because we're looking for an advantage. Those people are looking for an escape. They need Bitcoin. They need something that is not controlled by any government, is not malleable or affected by bad decisions from politicians or even just black swan events, wars, none of that shit. Because if you're trapped in a system, you can't get out. And that's what's going to happen with the U.S. dollar.
Right. And I understand this, how they got this Bitcoin stuff going on that you know, steady evolving on it. But because it's just like in different countries, the money, U.S. dollar is different. It can be more or less. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that like you go, overseas, maybe to Pakistan or something, they actual 200 be like 200K. You know what I'm saying? So I can see how Bitcoin can, double up it too, because now you got it out here in the air.
Yeah.
So
you can't stop it.
Right.
And the cool thing is like right now in America, if you try to go through an airport with like $10,000, you're gonna get stopped by TSA and questioned. And if you try to bring more than $10,000 worth of physical gold through an airport, you might probably get arrested. Not that you've done anything wrong, but that's a form of control. How are you gonna tell me I can't walk through an airport with my own money? What do you mean?
Especially you labeled it at 10. At least you should have been top.
Not to mention your boss, the bank, and the IRS. They can all freeze your accounts, seize your accounts anytime they fucking want. They can't do that with Bitcoin. And you can walk through TSA with a thumb drive with $10 billion on it worth of Bitcoin, and they're not even gonna look in your checked bag and be like, "What's this?" And they're gonna think, "Oh, look, it's a thumb drive next to the pencil and the fucking nail clippers or whatever." You know Dr. Sebi? You ever heard of Dr. Sebi, the naturalist, right? That's how they got him. He brought $10,000 through an airport in Latin America, and they stopped him and arrested him, and he died in that jail. Instead of curing AIDS and herpes and everything else, So, it's about both economic freedom, but in some cases it's about physical freedom.
Especially when you can help evolve and transform,
I want to set everybody free.
Yeah,
I want to set everybody free. And I believe, at least for a limited time, like I said, between now and 2030, and the sooner the better, that this is real and that this can really change the world.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't care if it's me that it does all the things, like I said, with Kaylee and Crypto Mommy. But I mean, like, I want to be like Bad Bunny meets Drake on the music side, and I want to be like Mr. Beast on this crypto side, and I want to like get out there to everywhere that I can do this legally, meaning like that their country has the regulations in place for this to function somehow, like similarly to how Coinbase has it set up in America. But I'm going on tour, and I'm not gonna stop or sleep much until I've exhausted my life to help people.
I feel that, man. I feel that a lot. Because I'm trying to be out of it. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't rich, but I'm rich in spirit.
Well, you know me.
And I'm rich under any circumstances. So that's why I keep moving.
Your whole life's about to change. And as soon as me and Mike meet and you and Kaylee meet, it happens fast. And I'll just leave you with this. I told you how the reason I spent that $5K on those classes was because it hurt so bad to lose money and hurt and miss opportunity like that. But it was the best thing that ever happened to me, aside from, having Jesus and God at the top of my life, and of course my wife and my family, and being blessed to have a music career, of course. But that $5,000 investment unlocked something that's going to allow me to like do something really meaningful.
Yeah.
And that's
that's what it's about.
It's a blessing. So
especially taking that leap, taking that chance, and knowing yourself, and you can do that. And like you said, it ain't, you give it to them for free, they ain't gonna put much effort behind it.
No. What's up, my G? Look at this guy. What a mensch. Jonathan, I miss you, Bubba. Let's go to Zany's, bro. When's the next good show? Because I don't be knowing. Got to check the schedule.
I know.
Now.
I heard they got one coming up.
Right. Well, that's enough of this, love. I've got to go. I think my friend Malakar is stuck at the freaking airport. He's probably like, where is he? And I'm like, bro, I forgot I had to do a podcast real quick. So
yeah. That was a good.
Perfect.
Bet.
All right, gang.